So, as you can see, I have taken off my sump guard on Talon. So I've still got my standard sump guard on, but my the sump guard I had that was the piece of aluminium has a magnet stuck there, that big bar magnet. That's from out of a Magna Clean from my work, plumbing things, you know, that goes on your central heating system. I chucked it up there, you never know, it might pick some up off the floor and stick to it. A bit of fun. But yes, unfortunately, Talon's main's gone. Main seal's gone. Hence all the oil underneath. It's not gearbox though, because I've still got a full gearbox of oil. Even though it looks like it's leaking, it ain't. Still right up to the fill plug, and that's while it's at an angle. But yeah, which is a crying shame really. Means I've got to split the gearbox and engine apart from each other. Take the flywheel off and replace that main. However, I said I'd never do it to Talon, but I am thinking of engine swapping Talon for a more modern fuel injection engine, just so I don't have the choke, even though I don't mind a choke, it's easy enough with a choke, but more so for the waterproof side of it. If I want to take Talon off-roading somewhere and I go and hit a big puddle or something that's quite deep, I don't want the distributor to get wet, even though I've never technically had it happen. You never know, it might happen. With the distributor being just there, you see, it might happen. But I would like to swap Talon's engine, but I want it to remain an 8-valve engine because I want the torque. Can't be done with 16 valves, I'm afraid. I'm a torque man. I love my diesels and I love my torque, and I would like to keep torque my #1 priority. Not really one for high revs, just you know, low-end torque. And I am surprised by how torquey this little Fiat engine is. I've been driving diesels for quite a while now, 8 years, in the time when this thing was parked up, and I'm comparing this to diesel vehicles, and I can tell you this is quite tucky. Oh my god, is that my fuel filter? Oh, that's a bit crappy. It looks like water in the fuel, look at that. This is very clear fuel, that. Because it's premium, dude. Premium. But yeah, it's I definitely could do with doing something about this. I think anyway. We'll see. These things aren't hard to change the engine on, so. The other thing is I need to find an engine that mounts up to this gearbox. I want it to remain a Fiat engine, preferably. I was looking at the 1.6 engine. Is it the Superfire 1.6? But they're dead rare. So maybe not the 1.6. I was obviously looking at the 1.2 engines, the single point and the multi-point. So the Punto 60, the Punto 75 engine. I have been offered a Punto 55 engine, which is the 1.1 1108cc engine. And they are good engines, there's nothing wrong with them. I will get an extra 5 horsepower, I do believe. So from 50 horsepower, I'll get 55. Wow, such wow. 55 horsepower. What else? What other engines are they? There is a mythical, I'm saying it's mythical, Fiat engine, which is the 1.4 engine. I can't remember the cc of that. Is it 138 something? 1386 cc engine, is it? I can't remember now. And that particular engine was mostly a 16 valve, but there was rare, very rare, 8 valve variants of that engine, which is the one that I want to get, because a 1.4 in this would be quite nice, especially with what I've got planned and what I've bought for this car, for Talon. I may have gone, I'm kind of spilling the beans here on this, but I may have gone to a certain place in Italy online, not sadly gone there, and I may have bought a lift kit for this car. I say may, I definitely have, because I spent almost £2,500 on it, and other bits as well. Now everyone says to me you can only do a 5cm lift on this before problems start. I'm taking a gamble here, and I have bought myself the 12cm lift for this car. So I'm going to be the tester for it, basically, and we're going to see what we can do. 12cm of lift on this car. Can you imagine what that would be like? I don't really care about the handling that much and how much it wrecks it. I just think it's going to look pretty damn cool. So from what I've seen, oh, bloody wind. From what I've seen, you have longer shackles, some other bits and bobs on the back, maybe spacers on the axle, I'm not sure, can't remember that, didn't see that. But I know you get coil springs that work along with your leaf springs. It comes with a complete new strut assembly, new hubs, new knuckles, as the American call it, the wheel hub things that these struts bolt to. The whole reason why I'm doing this, of course, is because I've got one very leaky shock, which come up on the MOT. So I was like, okay, fair dues. Well, I could spend, what is it, 40 quid on a shock, or I could spend £2,500 on a whole new lift kit, so I chose that. Because I keep watching these videos of all the Panda guys in the UK and Italy and wherever, and they've got all their lifted Pandas, and I'm just like, you know what, I'd like that. I'd like to join in with that, if they'll let me join in with them, of course. So, you know, I was like, yeah, let's do it. Let's do this thing. So I'm going to do this thing. Oh yeah, and there's another little thing. Oh no, wait, so basically other things as well. So in this kit that I've bought, not only did I buy the lift kit with all the bits in it, it even drops the engine down, because obviously on these Pandas, the drive shaft on the passenger side in the UK is very short, so the angle is quite a lot. It's a bit too much for the old spider joints, you know, the tripod joint thing, whatever you want to call it, that sits inside the gearbox. And it's a bit too much for the CVs, especially when they're at full lock. So the only way to combat that is to lower your engine in your engine bay, which is a bit of a shame, but you have to, because the cars are just that narrow. Well, that's okay, I can do that. Not a problem. Must remember to change that fuel filter out. I can't be having a knackered fuel filter on the car, even though the fuel system is quite clean on this. But yes, so things that I've bought extra with the kit, because the guy did give me a bit of a discount. The extra stuff that I did get for this kit, was a fuel tank guard, a central belly pan guard, some other stuff, I can't remember what it was, another guard underneath, I can't remember what it was now, but there's another guard underneath. I got the snorkel that goes up, I also got the full-size roof rack with roof rails as well, all in with the kit, so I'm quite happy with that. It's cost me a bit, I've got fire extinguishers in the back and everything. Oh, welding, loads of bottles of water for work. I need to take one of those in the house actually. And fire extinguishers. My steering lock. Yeah, fun. Still got my Seat Marbella doors, even though I have got 2 replacement doors that are practically rust free. I do need to pull my finger out basically and get to it. The thing that's putting me off is doing all the plastic trim. I don't want to drill the holes for the plastic trim, because the doors I've got don't have holes in them, and I don't want to drill holes. Yeah, fun. When I speak about carrying spares on this car in the forums and things, I'm not kidding. I have got a complete cam belt under here in a bag. I've got a carburettor. There's a whole ignition system under there for this car. All the tools I need to do all the jobs on this car is also stored under there. A couple on the other side as well. I can practically rebuild this thing with all the tools. I just ran out of memory card size. So yeah, basically I've got all the tools I need to practically rebuild this car. If anything goes wrong, I've got spare fan belts and everything. And it's all relatively easy to do on this. Pretty much do it all without jacking the car up, which is nice. So yeah, I'm going to cut it off here. I've been rambling for quite a while, haven't I? I'm going to tidy all this up, give the car a bit of a test drive, and see how things go. Look at all the oil that's been dripping on the floor. Poor Talon, he's going senile. Aren't you, Talon, eh? Showing your age, boy. Yeah, got a leaky differential, leaking thingy. Input bearing on the differentials is gone. Yeah, not the bearing, the seal. I've got a replacement one for it. It is what it is, I'm afraid. But yeah. Okay then. I'll say thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video, I guess. My long aerial is on the car again. Missed having my long aerial. Probably a bit too long, but I ain't been stopped yet for it. So, thanks for watching. Gives you a good look at how bad the lacquer peel's got on this while it was stood in the garage. It's not the sun that's caused that, that was stood in the garage. Should have spent all that money on a respray, shouldn't I? Oh well. Thanks for watching, catch you on the next one. Peace out.